Hey everybody, Jerome Maldonado. I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, where we have some real estate, and Phoenix is always treated as really, really good when it's come to real estate. And it's just one of those markets that I feel good in. It isn't that it's better than any other market. In fact, right now, prices are overinflated and people are over leveraging properties that they shouldn't. But we're still out here looking at properties. We're still out here walking properties. I'm sitting here at a multifamily apartment complex that a good friend of mine, Kyle Mitchell, owns. And props off to him. They just took this property down. And so in the height of the market, and I just got off the phone with Kyle. And one of the things that we were talking about is the fact that people are overpaying for stuff and they're willing to buy. They're willing to buy regardless of circumstances. And so just word of wisdom from, you could take it like a grain of salt, but word of wisdom from those of us who have been in this game for a long time, and with over 20 years of experience in the real estate market, the numbers have to make sense. And what was cool is these guys did their due diligence on this property and they ran numbers, and the numbers made sense before they pulled the trigger on it. And they have some really cool stuff going in, and so there's going to be some value adds to these properties, and there's a lot of interior value add that needs to be done. But this is a great little property, the exterior looks great, minor stuff that needs to get done, a little bit of blacktop. They're going to do some stuff over here to the playground and a little stuff to the pool, add some furniture, and just clean this place up and take it from a C property to a solid B property, and hold this thing for 5 to 10 years, if not longer, and let it rent roll, and make some profits. And so down here in Phoenix, just walking some properties, and we're in the process right now of putting some LOIs. We just put in some LOIs down in the Midwest, and we pulled from a couple of the purchases because prices got crazy. And so I'm not afraid to pull and withdraw from a purchase if it just doesn't make sense financially. And so when things get tight, until you find a deal that makes sense financially, don't back yourself into a corner. And this is a perfect example. There's deals out there. They will come. Don't get over anxious. When you're in the real estate game and you're trying to buy, it's very easy to get over anxious when purchasing properties and land up emotional trying to buy something. And the reality is, never get emotional when you're buying real estate. It's all based on logic, not emotion. But there's power in wisdom indoors. And I'll tell you guys that those of you guys playing the small game, the little fourplex game, it's a great place to start. Start there, but get out of it and come in and work with us on some of these big deals, because this is where the money is. There's power in numbers, there's power in volume. And for those of you guys who don't feel you guys have the capabilities of pulling off something quite this big, I think there's 125 units here in this complex. Parking's a little tight, but it's a great looking complex. You do have I'm here to tell you guys that you do have the capabilities. How you do that is by working with people like us that have been doing it, are doing it, and you learn the game, you learn how to do it, and you go out there and you compound your success. Anyways, from Phoenix, Arizona, I got some work to do. I got a couple brokers to meet with, and I got a couple properties to check on myself. I'll bring you guys some more footage. You guys go out and compound your success.